Hello ladies and gentlemen, Conelanders here, and welcome back to the Conelanders Assetto Corsa League. This is week number 1 of season number 3. We are back in the ND Miata Cup car for another season, this time longer format. There will be 8 weeks or 16 races, and we have more people. We have 2 features per weekend, so everybody gets a chance to have 2 races per week. There's a bunch of other smaller changes that we'll get to throughout this season. There's also some new competitors around, as well as the old favorites here to knock the crown off of my head after taking the championship last season. With the format changes this season, I'm sure it's going to be a real battle to try and take another championship here, but I'm going to try and do my best. Our first week will be in Vallelunga for the Classic Circuit, which is one of my absolute favorite tracks in Assetto Corsa, so I'm really hoping for a good performance here. Buckle up and enjoy, and I hope you're ready for the full season. Good luck, don't jump.
Try not to.
Here we go, our first real start in Assetto Corsa. And I didn't jump it. And a good start. Up alongside Shark. Don't think I'm quite clear. Yep, we're clear. Using the Assetto Corsa app now. Wow, he hung 4th gear forever there. Alright, let's see how turn 1 goes. Little gear grind.
My bad, mate.
I don't think Sharky jumped it.
You're sorry.
See who's behind us. I don't mind following him for the first part of this race, if I can hang with him. We're pretty close here, as you saw in qualifying times. What I don't want to do is get all hung up with racing him.
Sorry, Ollie.
And get the pack all globbed together. There we go. Now we got a little gap behind us. This is one track where the draft actually matters in this car. So staying up with him out of this turn is important. Did a pretty good job there. Happy with that lap 1. This will be your view of the season, so get used to seeing this. Oh yeah, there's the draft. Pretty substantial. He takes the inside, I'll take the outside, that's fine. Hope we get a good run out. And not a great run, but not terrible. Not really wanting to pass into there. I don't usually drop on the inside of that turn, I usually drop on the outside. We take very different lines through this particular turn.
No worries, I watched it.
Obviously his is better. I couldn't seem to make that one work for me. Just trying to remain calm and smooth. He got a pretty good run out of there. Gapped us pretty far. It's better to get back to the gas one time out of that turn too. It's pretty important. Mid-27s is where we'd ideally like to be. Or probably high 27s in race configuration. We got a lot more fuel on board. One thing I did think about before this race is because the two of us are very close on time. Now I don't know what's happening in the other heat. We may have other people in this time bracket. But if I were to finish second in this heat, we would actually have a weight advantage in the feature, which could be nice. I think we're close enough here that that could really tip the balance for the feature. feature does pay more points. It actually pays significantly more points this season, as we now have 2 feature races and, you know, a bigger field altogether getting points. Good exit. It's been a real nice, quiet, calm race so far. One of the other big changes that I've made this season is everybody gets to practice the tracks ahead of time. We have a published schedule instead of having the schedule be released on Friday before the race. Those are 2 close laps. So that will, I think, hopefully calm down the races a little. It may make...
Yeah, that was close.
It may make the spread a little larger between the fast and the slow.
I didn't hit you, did I, Jolo?
No.
Okay. I was worried about that.
Just a little bit there. Yeah, it might make the spread a little bit bigger, but I think it will make...
I went wide and hit the grass like you did.
I think it'll make for less crashes. I'm a little surprised. I thought Jolo would be up in the top 10. He did quite a bit of practicing, but this is his first race in this, it's really his first actual league race. I chose not to let him be a rookie because of our F1 series and that kind of experience, and he's done a little iRacing. But I think it's going to take him a little bit of time to really gel with this kind of racing. I think he'll enjoy it, though. Still hanging with Shark here. He's got just, you know, a couple tenths a lap on me. About halfway through the race. All it would take is one little mistake from Shark. One dip of the tires into the dirt. And we'd right back up into this thing. And I have tried to get the car to be good in the long run. So good when the fuel is off of it. It's really the only thing I was tuning with the setup at all, is to try and get it so that the front was soft enough with low fuel to really transition well. That's what helped in qualifying, I think. Where it's probably going to hurt is in the beginning of the feature race when we're running full fuel. He's running real clean lines, very, very precise. That's exactly what we don't need. That's good for me right there, though. Some guys are using 4th through this whole turn, like Maestro. I'm still preferring to go to 3rd. Quite a gap behind us. I did not expect it to be that big, but I think they're having a good race back there.
Thanks, Marson. I appreciate that, buddy.
Oh, Marson. The usual suspects are still here. This is so frustrating, this kind of gap. There's just nothing happening. I'm not making negative or positive progress. It's just all about hitting like perfect lines, which is not usually my strong suit.
I see you back there, Mac.
I'm much better with the door-to-door stuff. Some people say catching is one thing, passing is another. For me, it's the catching part that really gets me. It's when I see them,
I had to lift those shifting gear.
it makes me push a little too hard, I think. You know, this is probably our worst lap. Still only 1-3 back. That's what I mean about the weight. That a little bit more weight than he'll get can really shift the balance of that race. And if there's people in between us or ahead of us, who knows? It's kind of the greatness of the split heat format. Good turn 1. I guess it's actually turn 3. Just a little bit of curb there. Flip the curb on the exit, and that's about perfect. Trying to start to mirror what he's doing there.
The fight is real.
Not bad. That's one spot where he really excels. He always excels at that. The transition in between turns, like S's, things like that. Overall, I think I had a better lap than him this lap.
But I'm fed.
Just barely. I will take it though.
Oh, sorry, Rebel.
So many sorries. Alright.
Glad. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that was good.
I did not expect you to break there.
Oh, that was very good.
Yeah, I've been braking and power sliding in there.
Think we're starting to inch back in on him. Might be too little too late. What the heck's going on in the bottom right with the steam overlay? I have no idea. Never seen that pop up in my life.
Coming for you, Mark.
A little bit loose there, but not too bad. Chop the entry to this. That's not going to be good. Yeah, we kind of got away with it.
I need to bed.
Yeah, I guess we're about identical that lap. Yep. Closed in hundredths of a second. Hundredths of a second is not going to get us there. We need a few tenths. About 0.6 is where I think I could pull into a draft on him. I swear it looks like Shark's actually losing the back end of the car a little bit on the brakes. That is where we're making up our time. Felt like I had a better run through there. Not really seeing the results of that. I really pushed it into here, using up the tires. But I think that's where he's getting any advantage. Loose through there again. See his car yawing out a little there? I do think he's starting to get a little bit loose. Yeah, took out a tenth. That tenth isn't quite enough on the last lap here. Let's hope it just continues to get looser for him. Really drove it off in there. Oh, one more lap, and I think we could have done something. We'll see here. This is not my better end of the track. I would have needed to make the move right there. This is encouraging for the future, though. If we have a better long-run car and a longer race, twice as long in fact, that could really be good for us. Yep, this is the gap we needed, but we needed it a lap earlier. Too little, too late. But a good performance out of both of us, really. Whew. Good race. You lose the back there.
Oh, that was tough.
Alrighty, so that's a wrap on heat number 1 of the season, and it was a good one. I am very encouraged by the results there. Very close to Sharky on equal footing there, everybody with equal weight. It was an interesting race in how the mid-pack was close together, but was much further back than I expected them here. There was a lot of people that were running quite quick in the practice sessions, so yeah, surprised. Could be that they're in the other heat, and we'll have new competitors up at the front in the feature. It could be a good battle between me and Sharky. That's a good possibility, especially when you look at the fastest laps, a .089 difference between the two of us, and just all over the place. I'm quick in Sector 3, he's quick in Sector 2, and then, you know, pretty even in the rest of the track. I really think this is going to be a hard-fought battle as we go into the feature. With the longer distance, we are doing a slightly longer, I'm going to try and make them longer, the feature races that is. And the pit stop in there, now with the addition of a 300% tire wear rate. So now we have, you know, another thing on the table there. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for the feature.